No, no.
Hi everyone and welcome to GameSlob's Dungeon Keeper 1 edition. My name is Coopz and today I'm going to be covering everything pretty much within this game, which I have to say is one of my all-time favourites. Now I'm going to get straight into this and start with rooms for this game. So, these are your basic rooms within the game, and I'm just going to go through each one of them and explain to you what these rooms do. So starting with the Treasury, which I haven't actually built yet for the simple reason that I want to show you the gold and how we harvest that, and then we build our Treasury. Now this is the final level of the entire game, called Skybird Trill. Now I have edited this ever so slightly, just basically for ease of showing you how it all works. So let's get straight into it. This is gold. So this is your main form of currency within the game. Now this level does come with gemstones, so we'll get into that in a second, but right now we just want to harvest all of this gold out. So you just go around clicking each tile and your imps will obey your every command and come and dig it all out for you, which is always good. So as you can see, I've told them to come and dig it out, and here they are just rushing around. Now I've added a load of level 10s in, so it's just easier. So as they dig everything out, they will also start claiming the area, which means you can then place things on top of the tiles. I find it easier to find an area where there's lots of gold and then just simply slam the gold room in there, so the imps don't have to keep running backwards and forwards between the Treasury and the Goldstein. If you want to speed the process up a little bit, you can pick them up and drop them next to previously collected tiles, and they will start to hum them all for you, because that's the sound they make. Hum! So I'm just going to quickly sling this room in, and then we'll move on to the next one. Obviously, gold in this game is your main currency. Well, it is your only currency. So you need a lot of that. So once your imps have dug out all the gold, you want them to start digging out the gems. Obviously don't select that one because they can't get to it. While your imps are idle, they will start to claim the land and fortify the walls for you. And when walls are fortified, enemies cannot get through them, which is always a plus side, because you want to remain hidden for as long as possible. So let's go through the rooms. First is your treasure room. Then you've got your lair, which is basically the place where all of your minions will go and sleep. Especially when they're level 10, they will just spend most of their time there, sleeping and doing absolutely nothing until you actually tell them to do something by picking them up. So you just click on one and then you drop them in a room, and that tells them to do that job. The hatchery, which is full of chickens, which is one of my favourite pastimes, going in there and slapping chickens. It is great for stress relief. You just kill chickens, kill them all. But anyway, this is where all your minions will go to eat when they are hungry. It helps them revive health and also keeps them happy, and stops them getting quite angry at you. Then you've got your training room, which there won't be many creatures in here. Excuse me, my creatures are fighting amongst themselves. There won't be many in here because they're all level 10, because I kind of cheated. But here you see a Bile Demon, and he is training away here. You can click your question mark to see how he's doing, and there it shows you how much experience he's got. So when he gets to full level 10, he will actually evolve into a dragon, which I've already got a dragon, just for the sake of having a dragon to show you all the creatures. So if your creatures start fighting amongst themselves, the best thing to do is give them a job to do, and they will stop fighting. Or you can alternatively build a second lair for the creatures that fight against each other. Just keep them in separate lairs and it'll stop them fighting. there are quite a few in this game who will fight each other, which isn't ideal, but there you go. So then you've got your library where they'll go to do research, and your imps will bring back any secrets they find. I will cover the secrets shortly. I've already gone ahead and done everything, so we've got all the rooms unlocked and all the skills unlocked. The bridge, obviously, that is used for going over lava and water. Creatures can walk on water, and some of them can walk on lava without being injured, but most can't. Then you've got your guard post, which, to be fair, doesn't really do a whole lot. If you drop a creature on there, they will just patrol around this pretty much non-stop until someone comes within range of one of the enemies, and then they'll get their ass handed to them. You've got your workshop, which builds up all your traps and doors which you can lay around. I've already kitted my dungeon out with magical doors because they are the strongest doors. And then you've got your prison, which if you click your question marquee and click on your imprisonment, any creatures or enemies that are killed will be left with some health, and your minions, your imps in particular, will grab them and bring them back here. I put my Horned Reaper in here because he's a pain in the ass and he's always angry no matter what he does. Okay, then you've got your torture chamber, which is kind of a follow-on from the prison. Once you've captured people in the prison, you can feed them up or use your healing skill to heal them up, make them happy. Then you pick them up and drop them in the torture chamber. They will then reveal parts of the map to you, or they will be converted and join your side, which is always good for heroes to get that little added advantage over your enemy. You've got the barracks, which I'm going to be quite frank, I have no idea what it does. It attracts orcs, which in themselves are pretty good minions to have. They hit like a tank, so it's always good. You can drop things in there and they will patrol around there, much like the guard room, but other than that, don't really know what it's for. Then you've got your temple, which you can drop minions in here and the gods will either reward you or tell you that you're a scumbag. That's how you get Horned Reapers. You drop in a Bile Demon and some other creatures. I think it's a Mistress and a Troll, I do believe, and you'll get a Horned Reaper out of it. But I would strongly advise against getting a lot of Horned Reapers. We'll get more into that later. You've got your graveyard here, which if you kill any creatures, you can actually put creatures in there and slap them to death, like so, and your imps will come in and drag them to a gravestone. Eventually, you'll be given a vampire. So I'm just going to chuck this Bile Demon into the prison to stop them fighting. And finally, you've got your scavenger room, where you throw in your creatures of whatever type you want. So if I was to throw in, for example, a dragon, that would then start scavenging a dragon from the other team, and eventually you would get given a dragon from their team, which increases the amount of creatures you actually have on your side, so it gives you a great advantage over the enemy. Equally, they can steal yours as well, which can get very irritating. So that covers the rooms. Looking at the traps, you've got your gas trap, your lightning trap, your boulder trap, and your word of power trap, which are just basically things that you can put down, and when enemies walk over them, it will trigger them, so they basically die. The boulder trap is one of the favourite traps because when they come within range, it will just roll straight over them, and bang, they're dead. No two ways about it, they will die.
So that's just a quick introduction to rooms and traps. If you head over to the next episode, we're going to be looking at minions, heroes, secrets, and the enemy, as well as going along and trashing their dungeon and completing the level, and I'll even do a huge spoiler and let you see the ending cinematic. Head on over now.